So the thing is, when we're ever like carrying something as a human being or moving around, there's always just a neutral position to the whole body. Otherwise, parts of it will turn off. Parts of it will have to be compensating. There truly is only one way the human body could ever work. Yeah, it's all there. It's all connected. It's a mechanical machine. It's mathematical degrees of motion you can measure before the bones hit into each other. Okay? There's only one range to all the motion in the body, and it's just there from birth until we get into chronic patterning, if we do, along the way. So anytime we're moving anything in life, let me just stand up here and kind of do some motions back and forth, transferring weight, you know, from outside of the center line of my body, meshing with Earth's vertical gravity pull. Okay, in this universal human design, every body is the same, unless you're very distinctly, uniquely different. But we truly do have to do all that we can to get to the universal human design in our own individualistic cases and situations when it comes to physical functioning, because what we're doing is abiding by universal laws outside of all of us. Just gravity's pull, if nothing else, meshes with the center line of our bodies. So if you've got an amputation, this is a good example. Some people have this, but also just to have an understanding, even if you don't have an amputation, on how the weight transfer works in the body. Let's say one of my arms got cut off. If my left arm got cut off, I'd essentially just fall off to the right side, because now there's just more weight on the right side of the center line of my body's vertical support at the spine bones, all the little ligaments stacking to create the spine. I mean, vertebrae. There's ligaments connecting the vertebrae of the spine, which are the little bones that make up the whole spine. But this video's title, on the 27th of July 2026, under In The Image Clothing Company's main site here, one side of the body accommodates for the other side of the body. Yeah, when we're standing up and walking around, we always have to have an even balance of weight over Earth's centered vertical gravity pull. So if you did have an amputation, you know, then one side of your body can't be there to accommodate with the weight. Like if I lean over, I know I said I was going to stand up, I probably will here in a minute or a few minutes or something, but if I lean over to my right side to reach to get something with my right arm, and my left arm just stays neutral, then I'll just fall to the right. But if I lean over with my right arm to reach something, I can accommodate with the other side, my left arm sticking out to balance out my weight. Or my left leg too. So now I can reach clear over here, yikes, and have that accommodation of weight transfer with the other side of my body so that I can reach with my right arm. My left side moves the weight off to the other side to balance me out. Otherwise I just fall over. Like truly, I just did. Like the reason I fell over is just because there wasn't enough weight on my left side to balance out or accommodate or to oppose the weight of my body reaching off to the right side. You know, so this video is titled, the 27th of July, 2026, under In The Image Clothing Company's main site here. One side of the body accommodates for the other side. A healthy, natural accommodation is what it is. So when we're standing up and walking around and moving, even though you're only reaching over with one arm to grab something, if you're doing that, your other side has to do the opposite thing. You know, we talk about these universal laws that exist outside of all of us that we don't have any kind of opinion over to change as human beings. You know, every action has an equal and an opposite reaction. And so if I take an action by moving my body off to the right side, I have to have an equal opposite transfer of weight on the other side to balance. If I reach off to my left side, I have to have an equal and opposite transfer of weight on my right side to balance. You know, I mean, it's just about gravity. You'll never go to the gym or anywhere in your life to train your body to do something. It's impossible. Besides just the shape and length of the bones that grow by themselves within this universal human design designed by God, Jesus the Christ, and, you know, meshing with Earth's vertical gravity pull, it's impossible to do some kind of exercise routine type workout to get your body to do anything besides just the only thing it can do. The same thing it's been able to do since birth, essentially, at least since you were full grown. The body's only what it is. It's truly just measurable mathematical degrees of hinges, levers, and rotations. And they have to just be able to work or they cannot. So when you're standing up and reaching over to grab something, what you'll see a lot of times in life is people will reach over to do something and they'll put their weight on a tabletop or a chair or a counter or lean on something else to reach over to do something. But now you're completely just changing how your body works. The only way you can actually do this, and that's not some like opinionated thing, I mean truthfully, without altering the way the body works, because we still have to breathe. You're constantly breathing. It's the essence of human life. And it takes the entire body to some degree to stabilize in every single breath we take. You know, we've got expansion and contraction like this, happening in these movable rib bones, like multiple inches in and out every breath we take, or at least from the full expansion to the full contraction. It's a lot of motion. The ribs are some bones in the body that actually bend. Okay, most bones, I talk about them as the founder and leader of In The Image Clothing Company for life, as being just immovable sticks by themselves that can only move where they join to another bone or another immovable stick. At the joints of bones is really the only location bones can move, except the rib cage. And the ribs, you know, moving, it's taking the entire body to stabilize all this motion happening to some form, some degree, just to continue to breathe throughout our entire life, waking and sleeping life. And so you've just got to keep this even opposing side of neutrality from the center line of the body with Earth's vertical gravity pull at the spine, which the rib bones connect into on either side, left and right, to be able to breathe while you still do things in life. And so you can't support your weight on something, you're closing off your rib cage and you just can't even breathe while you do stuff as a human being. It's just a mechanical machine. There's only one way the human body could ever possibly physically, mechanically operate. It's physics. It's not some kind of opinion or approach. It's nothing to do with like fitness or exercise. It's hinges, levers, and rotations. It's the same thing with a robot made of metal or wood. It's the same thing with a vehicle like a car, a man-made machine. It's just a God-made machine. It's just a body of flesh, blood, and bone that grows by itself. There's only one way it could ever possibly physically function. So anyway, whenever you reach over to one side with your body, the other side has to do the exact equal and opposite thing, essentially. It does, truly. You know, so this video is titled the 27th of July, 2026, under In The Image Clothing Company's main side. One side of the body accommodates for the other side. So I showed some of it standing up earlier in this video, but let's just say I'm standing up and moving around. You'll just see one side of my body does internal rotation, while the other side of my body does external rotation. And then now this other side of my body will do external rotation, while this side does internal rotation. No matter what I'm doing in life, you have to have this equal and opposite transfer of functioning happening in order to just move. You grab something and you move, you put it somewhere else. There's always just two sides of the body opposing the other side, you know. I mean, even in a cartwheel, one side does external rotation and the other side does internal rotation, like this. Okay? Or one side does external rotation and the other side does internal rotation, like this. My hat almost flew off. Welcome to the air show, or the carnival ride or something. I still do have an ingrown toenail that doesn't feel so ideal, necessarily, while I do those cartwheels. Today's the 27th of July, 2026. This is In the Image Clothing Company's main side, one of our many hundreds of videos as of today's date, the 27th of July. I said it, I know, 2026. One side of the body accommodates for the other side. And so any motion that I could show or that I could do with one side of my body, you know, being the focus, the other side has to oppose it.